All right. IOBA, my name is TC, and this is the Awareness Channel. Check this out. Excuse me. Yesterday, Donald Trump had a bunch of Tesla cars on the White House lawn, right? And, yeah, he had a bunch of Tesla cars on the White House lawn, talking about he's going to buy one. And all the cars he had out there, from what I saw on the internet, looked like, there was more than $60,000, $70,000 each. First, can't nobody afford one of them. Second, he trying to boost Elon Musk sorry ass company because it's going down the drain as we speak. And third, I think Donald Trump may have found his calling, a goddamn used car salesman. Because I always said used car salesmen, preachers, and politicians all cut from the same motherfucking cloth. Used car salesmen, preachers, and politicians all cut from the same goddamn cloth. All selling a line of bullshit and lies to enrich themselves and their friends. And Donald Trump was out there with them cars. He looked just like them motherfuckers I left over at the BMW store. You feel me? Out there talking about what great cars they are and blah blah blah, and while at the same time half the people at the Department of Education just got laid the fuck off. He out here selling Teslas and used cars while this dude is gutting federal agencies and sending people home and wrecking people's lives and taking people's livelihoods. How in the hell is that fair? Um, I saw a dude. He got a big podcast. Everybody know his name. Fuck it, I'm gonna just say his name, Eddie Griffin. Now, I like Eddie Griffin as a comic, and I agree with a lot of his positions on things. I like his down to earth, straight at you approach to things. But I can not for the life of me get behind his support for Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I'm sorry, I can't. Not after seeing this. Used car salesmen, politicians, and preachers. Them the three people, the three types of people who are the biggest, to me, bullshitters that good Lord ever created. And when you throw your support behind one of them, it make me think you're a bullshitter too. Just saying. I think Eddie dropped the ball on this one when he, you know, talking about Elon and how Elon is finding all of this, you know, uh, fraud and shit in the government. If there's fraud, that means there's fraudsters, and fraud is a crime. So bring me all the motherfuckers. Show me the motherfuckers that you arresting and detaining and all that. Because there should be a lot of them. There should be a lot of them. Show me one that Elon that got caught as a result of Elon and his bullshit. I'm telling you. I don't know what these rich fuckers think, but they messing with everyday people's lives and they're acting like it really doesn't matter. I don't see Donald Trump creating no jobs for all of these people that he firing and laying off. I don't see none of that. I don't see Donald Trump and Elon Musk creating anything that will help people take care of themselves after y'all fire them and tell them they got to, walk out, Give them their walking papers. I don't see none of that happening. All I see is a bunch of rich people trying to take shit from regular working people and saying that the so-called American people want them to do that. Which American people they talking about? Because I'm one of them American people. And I have I empathize with people. I want to know what they think gonna happen to these people that they just fire and lay off. What the fuck do y'all think gonna happen to them? You know, that reminds me of a question I asked a developer one time. I said, cause he was one of these Bible thumper developer guys, and I asked him. I said, do the people that come in and buy up whole goddamn blocks and put everybody out by raising their rent way up through the roof and make them all move. Do y'all ever give a thought to what's going to happen to them people, where they going to live, what they going to do? He didn't have an answer for me because if he'd answered me, it would have made him sound unchrist-like. And he was one of these, like I said, Bible thumping Christian developer motherfuckers. So I said, do y'all ever think about the lives y'all turning upside down and things like that? Do y'all ever think about that when y'all coming in with y'all big ideas about buying up whole blocks and gentrifying whole blocks? Finally, he said, no, they don't. They just wanna, they just wanna make money. And it's the same with Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all the rest of those rich billionaire types who want to take from poor people and middle class people and enrich themselves and tell us that it's for our own good. Like we too stupid to really know how shit really goes. You got Elon running around talking about how the United States is going to be bankrupt if these cuts aren't made and all of this shit isn't put through. Like the United States is some big ass company that he's trying to control. Now, don't get it twisted. I know that the United States is a corporation. That's why everything is centered around money and how much shit costs and cutting money and saving the budget. Or yeah, cutting the budget and saving money. Either way you say it, it's still fucked up. I know that the United States is just a big ass corporation. I know that. So that's the real answer. But it tries to play itself off like it's a country. You hear Donald Trump all the time talk about you're not going to have no country left. This is good for the country. They bringing this shit into the country. The country, country, country. He never say what it really is. And what it really is a big ass corporation. And you and me and everybody in that paying into the system, paying taxes are really collateral for the central banks. Okay, so we know that. But that ain't what they calling themselves. They calling themselves a country, so a country takes care of its people. You see all the goddamn ironic bullshit that's going on and the oxymorons and the double speak and all of that that's going on when these people talk? You see that? You see how easily it is to become confused? But, I mean, another quick example. Uh, Donald Trump was always talking about, Greenland and trying to make Greenland a part of the United States. Well, the people up in Greenland don't want to be Americans. You dig me? And I don't blame him. And then Donald Trump talking about how rich they're gonna be. You're gonna have so much money, you ain't gonna know what to do with it. And then money, money, money. All about money. That's all this motherfucker understands. He don't understand human misery and human pain because he ain't never felt none. He don't know what it's like to not know if you're gonna be able to make it to next week. He don't know what it's like to have $2 and a sandwich to last you all day. He don't know none of that. Neither does Elon Musk or any of the people that they associate with. Neither does Eddie Griffin, for that matter. Though none of these motherfuckers know. Eddie Griffin might know. He might have experienced some poverty in his youth or something, but I doubt it. And because for as long as I can remember, the nigga been famous. So none of these people understand what it's like to work a regular job, to dig a fucking hole, to pick up something heavy with your back and your legs. None of these people know what it's like to actually work. That's why it's so easy for them to terminate somebody's job. That's why it's so easy for them to reduce everybody to numbers and reduce everybody to dollars and cents. That's what's going on. That's why this motherfucker can go from president of the United States to car dealer so seamlessly at the drop of a hat. That's why he can do that. This game that they playing, it's only going to end one way. It's only going to end one way. Well, maybe, unless we do something about it. We, as in thinking people, do something about it. Like I said, to recap, Donald Trump, he looked good as a used car salesman. These motherfucking rich people, they've got us all reduced to whatever amount of money they can extract from us. The United States is not a country, it's a corporation. It calls itself a country, it's a corporation. And guys like Eddie Griffin, they totally and completely misguided as far as I'm concerned. You dig me? Um, yeah, that's it. And these motherfuckers cannot ever relate to a person like me. Tell you something real quick before I go. Ain't nothing. The only thing that's really happening during these first couple months of the Trump administration is poor people getting beaten up on. Poor people getting laid off and thrown out their job, and poor people getting rounded up and shipped off out the country. That's the only thing that's really happening. Because this tariff war going back and forth and back and forth. First he's going to put tariffs on, then he's not going to put them on, then he is going to put them on. Ain't nobody going to have to pay them tariffs but us. That's number one. And number two, his punk ass is scared to even put the real tariffs on. Why is he even still talking about tariffs? What that boy named up in Canada, Doug Ford, stood up to Donald Trump and his threat of a 50% tariff, and he backed right the fuck off. And another side note, the war in Ukraine. The motherfucker went right back to selling them weapons and selling them intelligence, providing intelligence. So ain't nothing happened there either. They got a little peace deal on the table now, but it's just going to end up with the Russians getting what they want and the United States getting what it wants. And they're going to tell little man, Zelensky, to sit down and shut up and take his millions and go buy you a motherfucking mansion in Florida somewhere. That's what's going to happen with that one. But nothing really going to change. The only thing that's happening is poor people getting beaten up on and slaughtered, if you talk about what's going on in the Middle East. But that's a different subject. You feel me? Anyway, there's a lot of material in this video. So, I'm gonna have to cover some of it by itself, but that's what's happening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.